OpenAI just dropped something that could change how we use the internet forever. It's called Atlas, an AI-powered browser that turns the entire web into one big conversation. No more searching, no more endless tabs. Just ask, and it does everything for you. From booking flights to writing emails, Atlas doesn't just browse the web, it uses it like a human assistant. And here's the part shaking up Silicon Valley. This might be the beginning of the end for Google search. So how does it actually work? Let's dive in how Atlas works. Atlas isn't just a browser with ChatGPT bolted on top. It's a complete reimagining of how you interact with the web. When you open it, you're not staring at an empty URL bar or a pile of bookmarks. Instead, you're greeted by a conversational screen that asks, "What do you want to do today?" You could say, "Find me the cheapest flight to Tokyo," or "Summarize this 40-page research paper," or even write an email apologizing for missing class. And instead of sending you to search results, Atlas simply does it. It visits sites, reads the data, takes action, and gives you the answer instantly. The secret behind this is Agent Mode. It's the same tech that's been developing inside ChatGPT for over a year. Remember when ChatGPT could simulate clicking buttons or navigating test pages? Atlas is the full version of that, except now it happens on the real internet. Why it's different? Traditional browsers are built around one concept, the search box. You type, click, scroll, and repeat. Atlas replaces that whole process with an AI co-pilot that understands what you mean and executes it. For example, if you say, "Compare the top 5 electric cars under $40,000, Atlas doesn't show you blue links. It visits review sites, pulls specs, checks prices, and returns a clean side-by-side summary. If one catches your eye, it can open the manufacturer's page, find nearby dealerships, and even book a test drive without you typing another word. That's the shift. Atlas doesn't make browsing faster. It eliminates browsing altogether. It's powered by ChatGPT 5 reasoning and a new interface layer built by former Chrome and Firefox engineers, including Ben Goodger. OpenAI describes it as a living conversation with the web. You're not hopping between tabs anymore. You're staying in one flowing chat while the browser works in the background. The interface. At first glance, Atlas looks familiar. There's a search bar, a tab bar, and a sidebar. But once you start using it, old habits fade fast. Click a link and the screen splits in two. The web page on one side, a live ChatGPT chat on the other. The two are linked. Highlight a paragraph and Atlas can summarize, fact check, or rewrite it. Highlight a chart and it explains the data or compares it with competitors. That feature is called Cursor Chat, and it lets you literally talk to any web page. You could highlight a line on Wikipedia and ask, "Is this still accurate?" Atlas scans newer sources and replies in seconds. It can translate text, simplify it, or turn it into a summary for a slide deck. The web suddenly feels alive, like it's responding to you. Memory and personalization. Atlas also remembers what you care about. If you spent last week researching cameras, it'll remind you and show updated reviews. If you're studying history, it prioritizes reliable academic sources over random blogs. This doesn't mean it spies on you. You can delete memory anytime or use incognito mode, which wipes everything clean. The goal isn't tracking, it's continuity. Each time you open Atlas, it picks up where you left off, making your online life feel seamless instead of repetitive. The memory system is local first, so your data stays on your device unless you sync it with your ChatGPT account. That's how it feels personal without being invasive. The launch. During the October 21st live stream, Sam Altman called Atlas the beating heart of ChatGPT. He said it's how they want people to experience the web, a browser that understands you instead of just serving pages. He also joked, "Tabs were great, but it's been 20 years since real browser innovation." It's true. Browsers haven't evolved since the early 2000s. Atlas is designed to break that pattern. In the demo, engineers asked Atlas to order groceries through Instacart. The AI found the ingredients, added them to the cart, and completed the checkout, all by itself. Then it compared flights, checked seat maps, and chose the best route based on personal preferences learned from earlier chats. Atlas doesn't just browse, it acts. Performance and speed. AI tools are usually powerful but slow. No one wants a laggy browser. That's why OpenAI focused heavily on performance. Early testers say Atlas runs almost as fast as Chrome, even with the AI agent active. Pages load instantly, and actions like summarizing text or analyzing data happen in under a second. Altman said, "For AI browsers to go mainstream, they can't just be smart. They have to feel smooth and familiar." Atlas manages both. The macOS iOS version is live now, with Windows, iOS, and Android versions coming soon. All devices share one cloud-based memory, so you can start researching on your laptop and continue on your phone mid-conversation, like an assistant that never forgets. Privacy and control. Of course, an AI that sees everything you do raises privacy questions. OpenAI insists it's built with safety first. Atlas automatically pauses when you open sensitive pages like banking or government portals. It asks before logging in or sharing info. You can whitelist certain sites, block others, or turn off ChatGPT's access completely. It also can't download files, execute code, or reach into your system like extensions sometimes do. In incognito mode, it disconnects from ChatGPT entirely. No data, no tracking. Parents can even disable memory or agent mode for kids' accounts. These controls help avoid the backlash that other AI platforms face. Atlas gives you control over what it can see and do. The bigger strategy. Atlas isn't just another product. It's part of OpenAI's long-term plan to build a super assistant that follows you across platforms. ChatGPT started on desktop, expanded to mobile, and now lives directly inside the browser. And it's arriving just as OpenAI's WhatsApp integration winds down. Over 50 million people have been using ChatGPT through WhatsApp, but that connection ends in early 2026. Atlas will replace it, offering everything in one ecosystem: chat, memory, and browsing combined. That means ChatGPT will no longer be something you open. It'll be something you use across everything you do online. Impact on Google. If that sounds bad for Google, that's because it is. Hours after the Atlas announcement, Alphabet's stock fell nearly 2%. For 2 decades, Google search has been the front door to the internet. Every query starts there, and every ad dollar flows through it. But with Atlas, people don't need to search anymore. They just ask. When you remove search, you remove ads. Analysts estimate that if AI browsers like Atlas take even 10% of global traffic, Google could lose billions in annual revenue. Google is trying to fight back. Chrome now includes Gemini AI, offering smart summaries and research tools. But it still feels like a browser with AI features. Not an AI, that is the browser. That's the key difference. Atlas feels unified, natural, not patched together. The new browser wars experts are calling this the start of browser wars 2.0. OpenAI has Atlas, Perplexity has Comet, Opera has Neon, Brave has Leo, and Google is pushing Chrome with Gemini. Everyone's racing to reinvent what browsing means. But OpenAI has an edge: trust. ChatGPT already has over 800 million users, making it one of the most familiar AIs on the planet. And now, Atlas turns that familiarity into a full web experience. Imagine writing a research paper without jumping between tabs, or debugging code just by asking what's wrong while the AI fixes it live. Businesses could automate scheduling, emailing, and form filling all inside one interface. The line between searching and doing is disappearing fast. Concerns and criticism. Still, not everyone's thrilled. Critics say an AI-driven browser could make users passive. If it learns your habits too well, it might start deciding what you see instead of letting you choose. Patty Harrington from Forrester Research warned, when a browser becomes your assistant, it also becomes your filter. OpenAI says transparency is the answer. Every major action in Atlas can be viewed through a decision log, showing which sites it visited and how it formed its answer. It's like looking over your assistant's shoulder to keep them honest. Still, it's a major shift from the open web to a guided web. For the first time, AI isn't just summarizing content, it's steering your journey through it. The future of browsing. Whether that feels exciting or scary depends on how much trust you're willing to give, because this is bigger than a new app launch. It's the start of an internet where you don't just connect to data, you converse with it. A world where your computer doesn't just find answers, it understands your intent and acts on it. Sam Altman summed it up perfectly. We built ChatGPT to talk. Atlas is how it listens to the world. And if that's true, Google might finally have met its match. So, what do you think? Will Atlas replace search as we know it? Or will people stick to the old habits of typing and clicking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for more AI deep dives. And as always, thanks for watching.